Hello, YouTube family. The scoop is hot today. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I love to say it's not cute, not knowing. We gonna know all the scoop today, but come on. Let's go get this hug. Thanks so much for joining me. Last night, the other shoe dropped. ABC has decided to suspend Whoopi Goldberg for her comments. I told y'all she was in deep trouble for saying that the Holocaust was not about race. Some people was getting on here misconstruing the comments. She never said the Holocaust didn't exist. She never said that. I was telling people, y'all gonna have to get y'all stories right. You're gonna have to get listen, Linda, listen. She got in a lot of trouble. A lot of people felt that when she went on Stephen Colbert, she doubled down. She was forced to apologize. Then there are people, a lot of people, ABC don't like her. She's too black. She's too strong. She got them locks. She's sitting up there. She'll turn into Karen Johnson in a minute because that's her real name. And then there are people who don't like her anyway. I really hated seeing the comments. She needed to leave a long time ago. She's too old to be on the show. The ABC news president is a black woman. And she says she wanted Whoopi to take this time to reflect and learn. The other hosts, Joy and Sunny, they're mad. Sarah, they're mad. They're mad that she was suspended and they don't like it. This morning when the show came on, Joy just looked in the camera and said, y'all saw the news. Y'all know what happened. And just kept on with the rest of the show. This is the interesting part. With so many people in the inside not liking her for who she is. And I said, I wish she hadn't have given them a stick to beat her in the head with. But I hope she comes out of this stronger and knowing and reflective. Because I don't think that she meant harm. She is dealing with sciatic pain. And I'm not making an excuse, but she's dealing with sciatic pain. And at the end of the day, she's an Oscar winner. She's an EGOT, Tony winner. I'm sure when she thought of her dream, it wasn't being on a talk show. So does she need them? They need her. They ain't even replaced Meghan McCain. And all these people, some of them that are biting her back out, they want her damn job. Okay, they want her job. But they ain't gonna get it. They need her because she is the cornerstone of that show. If you can't find a person to replace Meghan McCain, this is going to be interesting. And you know people will leave in droves. It's going to be interesting how this happens. I hope this 2 weeks that Whoopi has off, that she can rest, deal with this, and see how she's going to come back. And I hope she comes back even stronger. Big shakeup over at CNN. Ooh, child. Jeff Zucker, the head of CNN. Okay, the ratings aren't great at CNN. But he had to confess to his own stuff. The woman is talking. She said they had a 20-year relationship and the woman worked at CNN. Jeff Zucker is married with 4 kids, by the way. Why did he come forth now? Because people knew the dirt, especially at Chris Cuomo. He wants his money. Y'all getting rid of me, give me my money. And I think he was going to leak these stories. So Jeff Zucker got in front of the story before everybody else. I'm going to tell my own story. I'm going to tell my own dirt. And I'm out. On these jobs, you can't be messing with the people on the job. You can't. You just can't. There's 1,000 women if you want to go out here and mess with somebody. 1,000 men and women. You don't do it on the job. Because nowadays, these women in 2022, they talking. They just talking. We was together for 20 years and we saw each other all the time. You can't mess with the people. There's if you want to dip, don't do it at work. That's the lesson today. Don't be doing it at work. Simon Cowell involved in another accident. Him and these bikes. It's like, Simon, get off the bikes. 18 months ago, he broke his back. He's 62 years old. Now he has facial cuts. He has a broken arm and a possible concussion when he got into an accident on this, they call them the e-bikes that he was on. Brian Flores, former head coach of the Miami Dolphins, has filed a suit against the NFL. He said he was offered $100,000 to tank games and that he was just used as a token because in spite of the Rooney Rule, which is like you got to interview minority candidates for jobs, NFL don't want no black coaches. There's only one, Mike Tomlin of the Pittsburgh Steelers. What about the other qualified candidates? They're just overlooked. Child, you can be a defensive coach, offensive coach, you can be here, you can be there, but they're not trying to hire any black coaches. Nope. And they're saying that this lawsuit is without merit. I think the NFL is going to get their faces cracked with this one, and it's going to be a day of reckoning less than 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. The young Miss USA, former model, extra TV correspondent, Chesley Christ. Her dad is talking. The family is being quiet, her mom and them. And she came from a large family, but the dad is out here talking. He said that she was suffering from depression and the family has a lot of dysfunction. She killed herself. Shocking. Jumping from the 29th floor of a building. Ron Isley. Ron is about like 84. So you know there's tons of women in his history. Well, Ron is happily married to Candy Isley, and she is the best thing that could have ever happened to him because she takes care of her husband. But there's a woman who used to be on a reality show. Her name is Sapphire. She was on The Flavor of Love. Is that the Flavor Flav one? She out here talking. She said that she was dating Ron Isley the same time he was dating Candy, but he decided to marry Candy, and it broke her heart. And Sapphire, you just wanted people to know that you were with Ron Isley? I don't know. Rapper Ice-T has got a new gig. No, he's not leaving Law & Order, SUV, but he is the new face of Honey Nut Cheerios. Yeah. Ice-T with them raunchy album covers when he was married to Darlene. Ice-T, the new face of Honey Nut Cheerios. The Janet Jackson documentary took in millions, about 16 million, and it was the second highest original streaming. They always come up with titles ever since Michael Jordan's The Last Dance. I think they're going to give us a little recap of this documentary. Big grandma news. Vanessa Williams, her daughter, gave birth to her granddaughter. And Lauryn Hill, her son with Rohan Marley, gave birth to a son. So the ladies are new grandmoms. If you're a fan of Saints and Sinners with my man, Clifton Powell, the 6th and final season is coming up on Bounce TV. More Adele news. She's 33, but she acts like she's 16. Okay, so she went to Rich Paul. He's a sports agent, right? That's her boyfriend. She's been losing it over him. She went in his mansion and wouldn't come out. So he had to promise. Oh, gosh. All right, I'm not leaving. I'm not going to leave. Meanwhile, in the back of his mind, you know he's saying, I got to get up out of here. But to get her out of his house, he had to play the game. She's going to be in Britain next week. She's going to be performing on an award show. She's doing some talk shows. And he has got to babysit her the whole time for fear that she'll do something crazy. Haven't we seen this in Fatal Attraction? Oh, Rich Paul. Now, Rich Paul got a job. He's a sports agent. And one of his clients is Ben Simmons, who refuses to play for the Sixers. Oh, I'll be so glad when they get him out of Philly. But he is in a situation. He's got to play the game. Baby, I ain't going to leave you. Can you stop crying? Can you stop calling me? Please do not text me anymore. I'm not going anywhere. But in the back of his mind, he is like, where's the escape room? Where is it? Where's the escape room? Rich Paul is in. New nominees for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. These are the names that are being considered, and I think they only picked 5. Dionne Warwick, Lionel Richie. Tribe Called Quest, Eminem, Duran Duran, Dolly Parton, Carly Simon, and Pat Benatar. I think it's a long shot for Dionne Warwick. I love Tribe Called Quest, but I think it's a long shot for them because they're only going to want to put one like hip hop artist in, and it'll be Eminem. You got to put Lionel Richie in there. Duran Duran, you got to have that 80s flashback feel. Had them come up there singing Hungry Like the Wolf. I used to play that song all the time in the 80s. Dolly Parton. How do you say no to Dolly Parton? People are going to say, well, she's a country artist. She's could be inducted. Carly Simon, great songwriter. This is where it gets tricky. And Pat Benatar, you mean to tell me Pat Benatar ain't in there? Hit me with your best shot. She's nominated again. I think they only pick 5, though. Seriously, I think they only pick 5 with ceremonies happening later this year. I'm happy because I'm from Philly. There's a Philadelphia International documentary coming out. This Philly Sound documentary centers on Kenny Gamble, Leon Huff, and Tom Bell. The trio, the music, when you think late 60s, early 70s, changed the course of music, and anywhere you go around the world, you're guaranteed to hear a Gamble and Huff song. They're going to talk about the chemistry, the writing, how it all came together, and working with the likes of the Jacksons and Teddy Pendergrass and Harold Melvin, the OJs, the 3 Degrees, Patti LaBelle, Nancy Wilson, the Temptations, the Supremes, Lou Rawls, and a host of others. I cannot wait to see this documentary. And this Friday, 90s era comedy meets hip hop. It's kind of like chocolate and peanut butter. Fat Tuesdays. I had a chance to interview director Reginald Hudlin today. There was a period of the 90s where the comedians that are real hot right now, they were only hood famous. When you hear somebody say they're only hood famous, because they would only do black clubs. But there was this club in Los Angeles that said, okay, we'll give you guys a night. They called it the Black Night. Tuesday night. Guy Torrey put this all together. Tuesday, don't nobody go out on Tuesday, but it wound up being the biggest night of the whole week at this comedy club. J.B. Smoove, Tiffany Haddish, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Bill Bellamy, the top comedians that you see today. They got their start at this LA comedy club. They labeled Tuesday night Black Night, whereas you had Fat Tuesday, PHAT Tuesday. Reginald Hudlin directed this. Guy Torrey put it all together. It is airing on Prime Video, aka Amazon Prime Video, and it starts on Friday. It's a 3-part documentary. There was a lot of scoop, and I thought today was going to be quiet. Joke's on me. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. Leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. We appreciate the back and forth. Always remember, we can agree to disagree. I appreciate you guys so much. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson, your auntie of pop culture.